Alright folks, looks like we're going to report into Lord Nasher here, and hopefully we'll be able to get our castle soon. That's like my favorite part of the game. I heard there was a battle at the Moonstone Mask as Melia, and killed by a sorcerer, one who can summon demons. That is terrible news. Without her, the Nine are weakened tremendously, and she will be missed. Kill her, or you're at least able to catch him. No, he eluded capture. Don't hit me. And it seems there's little more to be done. I can dispatch the many starred cloaks to the Moonstone Mask and Chiron's home to look for clues. But as for what they can turn up, I do not know. It looks like justice has been denied this day. Nevertheless, you are to be congratulated for saving Lord Chiron's life. Why didn't you tell me about Melia? Keeping our identity secret was not meant to harm you or her, but there were too many uncertainties in these deaths as I could to risk it. Story I'd find difficult to understand, but it was my decision to make, not yours. What do you have me do next? If there was a trail, I'd ask you to track down the murderer. Without one, I fear we'll have to bide our time. Another matter recently been brought to our attention. It seems we have an even larger problem within Neverwinter than we first thought. If we are not intruding, it seems Neverwinter is quite active of late. Well, that's the one that wants to kill Quara. I said I would send for you later after I am done here. My apologies, my Lord Nasher, but the conversation before was a bit brief, and I did not think it would be best for both our cities to wait any longer. Forgive my impatience. Ah, this is the harborman, the squire I've heard so much about. Whoever she is, she's powerful, and she's masking it well, too. I am familiar with your exploits, and as exceptional as they are, I am certain we could spend most of them day discussing them. Who are you? The city Natel. Our new ambassador from Luskan. She arrived earlier, and I had hoped to speak to you privately before the three of us met. Our associate is Reveler, I believe. Well met, sir. It is my Reveler is of no consequence. He is here to assist me, and silently. The news I bring concerns you, Lord Nasher, and most of all, so it is fitting you have arrived, and I had hoped to speak to you before leaving in any event. Planning on putting me on trial with another false accusation? No, in fact, far from it. There has been a miscommunication, so I have traveled from Luskan to straighten certain matters out. If they were left to rumor, gossip, or surface appearances, they might be misconstrued. We've recently had trouble with those you believe affiliated with Luskan, when in fact they are not connected to or supported by us at all. And who are these people? There are 4 towers in Luskan, each ruled by a skilled mage, and we 4 work tirelessly to aid Luskan and its people. There is a self-styled master of the 5th tower, who is, as his title suggests, has overstepped his bounds. This mage is a man by the name of Garius, Black Garius, I believe is yet another title he uses. Silly, really. but he really does believe he casts a longer shadow than he does. Nevertheless, he has been quite industrious as of late, almost as industrious as you, my dear Harborman. But he is not affiliated with our city or its interests, unlike you and your long-standing ties to service in Neverwinter. What has he been up to that should concern me? Master Natel has informed me earlier that she believes Black Garius began the war with their island neighbor, Ruithheim. Yes, and it has served as a convenient means to distract Luskan from its real priorities. Regardless, Ruithheim was an aggressor for quite some time, so action needed to be taken regardless. I believe the Lord's Alliance would have taken exception to that, as do I. I am certain they would have, my lord, but since Ruithheim attacked us first, it is our responsibility to deal with their aggression and quickly. You can expect little else from the island barbarians, really. You see, Ruithheim believed that Luskan has stolen a precious artifact from them, a book called the Tome of Itkazar. Powerful artifact, and not only can its sudden disappearance lead to two nations to war, but in the wrong hands it can be used to channel tremendous power. And how do we reclaim it? As a matter we feel best left to Neverwinter. And the matter is a domestic one, as it turns out. That is not all that concerns us. We believe that Black Garius has made an alliance with someone known as the King of Shadows, a man or a creature of whom we know very little. Darius was no doubt able to steal the Tome of Itkazar with help from this ally, and use it to bolster his armies with golems awakened by the tome. So you came here to tell us of a golem army? No, unfortunately his ambitions do not end there. We received word that he intends to perform a powerful ritual within the lands of Neverwinter with knowledge he has stolen from the very King of Shadows he serves. I have heard the loss of your local sage, Aldenon, but I suspect he is part of this. What do you mean? I suspect he was kidnapped to provide the last missing pieces to the ritual, a ritual that will steal the power from the King of Shadows and grant it to Garius. The exact powers granted are not known to me or my fellow mages, which is a further cause for concern, but I have told you all I know. Said Garius is in Neverwinter territory, but you don't know where? We felt it was not only our duty to clear up any ties you might believe exist between Luskan and this criminal, but also inform you of the whereabouts. He and his forces are in a ruined castle, Crossroads Keep, within Neverwinter lands. Normally, Luskan would not hesitate to take action against such a criminal. But with the confusion that has already occurred, we felt it was best to advise Lord Nasher and you of the situation and allow you to do what you feel is best. I find it very hard to believe that Garius could have done all this for so long in secret, without knowledge or support of the mages in Luskan. I'm ashamed to admit this, but it isn't the truth of the matter, I'm afraid. Pardon me, but officially I have been asked to reinforce. I mean to reassure you of that fact. Logically, it would be foolish for Luskan to spark war on two fronts, and not only that. However, enough. What happened at Ember was unfortunate, but Luskan would never condone such an action. You're lying. My dear girl, it would be careful with such words, lest you offend me, and I have come in good faith. You're in danger of throwing it back in my face. So the Sea Ghost spies, the assassins, the destruction of Ember, you knew nothing and had no involvement with any of it? That is correct. All you have is my word and your squire. I'm sorry, Squire has indicated that does not seem to be enough. The matter of Lusk and Ember is for me to decide. You're both aware of the threat this Black Garius represents. If Luskin is interested in peace and cooperation, it is for the good of Neverwinter to respect that intention. For the good of Neverwinter people, very well. Can't believe what I'm hearing. Is this how you protect your own people? It's convenient. Andrew Jarrow, the strength of Neverwinter comes from its citizens, and you have shown me that now. Listen to me, there are greater threats to Neverwinter as we speak. What happened at Ember was unfortunate, but I believe one responsible has been punished for that crime. To carry the accusation further to Luskin, I do not believe it is warranted, and furthermore, I am the one who sets policy in this court. This is not about one man or one village, it is about Neverwinter. It is about protecting what exists. For Nashor, I had a friend, Alain, at Ember. Barely escaped, but so many others. I know, I'm sorry for the loss, but unless Garius is stopped, I fear that another tragedy will occur. What occurred in Ember. Justice will come for those in time, but not today. And I need you to accept it. We have burdens to bear, and if they must be carried so that the people of Neverwinter may be safe, that is what must be done. Lord Nashor, Ambassador Natalie, Crossroads Keep, I fear that... Silence, Cavalier. Did not make me remind you again. Lord Nashor, forgive me, but Black Garius may have begun the ritual. Quick action is needed. I have done what I could to inform you of what we know. It is up to you to act if you wish. And Harberman, as further proof of my good faith, the good faith of Luskin, rest assured I will keep looking for information on this King of Shadows, and any proof I can bring that Luskin has no involvement with Ember. Imagine such proof will come in time. Yes, girl, in fact, I know it will. Thank you, you three, for hearing me. I realize these are difficult times for Neverwinter, and it's not my intention to bring another, but Luskin could not remain silent while this threat to its southern neighbor loomed. Farewell. I've already dispatched the many starred cloaks and troops to Crossroads Keep. I want you to go as well. Garius must be stopped. I want you to leave as soon as you are able to travel. Let's go out and on, and you will do everything in your power to stop this ritual Garius intends to perform. On my way, my lords. This ritual sounds intriguing. Careful, Crossroads Keep. It is now Garius' stronghold. As the ambassador has said, it's likely well defended, not only with soldiers, but with magics as well. If he said with unkempt hair and a frumpy dress, the Sluskin mage still carries herself with the regal bearing and doesn't return your gaze, you have sensed that she's very much aware of your look. He's got the look. A bunch of crap I forgot to sell last episode. Just want to unload it before I get to the... I leveled up as well. Disregard everything I just said, okay?
The chamber is ready, Master Garius. The ritual may begin whenever you wish.
Very well. Where are the Shadow Priests?
They took their leave, Master.
once they were done preparing the chamber for the ritual.
Deal with them when we are done here. After this night, we shall have no further use for them, or their King of Shadows.
It shall be as you command, Garius.
Then let us begin the ritual. Order the rest of the Brotherhood here at once. After all, we wouldn't want to keep Neverwinter waiting.
That farmer, they didn't even bury him. They just left him for the vultures. Why would they do this? It's monstrous.
We have a proper burial once we're done here.
Thank you. This poor man deserves as much.
I'm with the many-starred cloaks. This way, quickly, before you give us away. The Luskins change guard shifts around this time, moving men in and out of the keep. We can't waste any time. We were able to translate some of the writing in that journal you recovered from Arval. And if we're right, something very bad is taking place in there. I recommend we strike hard and fast, hopefully taking them by surprise and disrupting their plans.
What are we against?
Around 20 Luskin soldiers in the courtyard, most of them asleep, and a handful more inside the keep. The Arcane Brotherhood wizards will be more of a challenge, but we can handle them.
On this sort of thing before?
Luskin sends in spies all the time. We're very good at removing them.
In any case, what's the next move?
Looks like there's still some time before the next shift change. So let's sit back and let them sleep a little longer, shall we? It's time! The Luskins are opening the doors. Ready?
Hey, stay close and follow me.
I am listening.
Team effort here, people.
Follow my lead.
Looks like we have company. Not again.
Everyone, follow me. Yes.
Take his wallet. Alright, the puddle's gone, we can go.
The doors! Get to the doors!
We're under attack! You men, get back in there and seal the doors! Only to me! Push these dogs back!
My tears right, body.
Where's the big guy? We're gonna kill him. Oh.
Now you should.
Who's for a fight? Come on! Rio a poco.
Bonafide war priest. Don't mind me, just doing some looting in the middle of battle. Damn it, Nate. Savannah, I want those doors open now. Sorry about the delay, this should only take a moment. Alright, battles are usually unpredictable. Well, we're going to be counterspelled. I don't think we're going to be able to open the doors from the side. Wonderful. Looks like the Brotherhood has a few tricks of its own. Alright, backup plan. I know where to keep. There's an escape tunnel somewhere. I want you to find the tunnel exit and use it to get inside the keep. Once you're inside, kill whichever wizard are countering our spells so we can open the doors. The tunnel entrance would be in the mountains. Far beyond these walls, where our invaders would be likely to look, I will mark the likely region on your map. I'll go have a look then. A looky-loo. Make it fast, Elric. Looks like the weather's about to turn against us. Escape tunnel. Here we come. Escape tunnel rooms before you. Escapily.
Crossfire. Crossfire.
A stag beetle? This was a stag party. Creatures are serious pests that breed of our cultivated crops. A single beetle can strip an entire farm in short order.
Yes. What?
Yes.
Let us press
Is that
the
all
attack.
right? Ha!
Here!
Not again.
Here! Now you shall taste my power! Here!
Ha!
A mighty stag beetle horn for my treasury. Oh boy. You hiding in here? Ishka, but no problem. Hold on, old Bell. How's it going?
Follow me.
Something you want?
What?
I am listening.
What?
Oh, I say, I remember you. You were the ones with those interesting silver shards. Although I'm afraid I'm not certain if I introduced myself the first time we met, did I? Yes, you did, Algernon. Excellent. Good to see I haven't completely forgotten my manners. Tend to be a little forgetful at times, you know. What are you doing? Doing? Well, I've been studying this collection of books they were kind enough to lend me. Quite fascinating works, really. They all concern some kind of horrific ritual, something about bringing shadows and power to all recipients involved. I haven't gotten all the details down yet. Some wanted to do a thorough study first, but it seems terribly threatening. Don't care for it at all. Any chance they're doing this ritual right now? Oh, we should hope not. If so, they'd best be careful. The slightest disruption can have lethal consequences. Mark my words, it always pays triple check all your wards post Garius to prevent interruptions if you ever plan to do something of the sort. You know, it does remind me of this one time I had let my wards down to, but a messenger in and this kidnapper struck completely to find them and stop their ceremony. Oh, I doubt they're doing anything of the sort. I told them it would be unwise, might cause untold damage, well, to everyone except themselves. They seemed to agree and were quite receptive to my advice. You young people worry too much about your elders. We're not the ones running headlong into danger all the time. They lied to you. Look, how do we stop the ritual? Well, stopping it would be easy. Simply do young people do best. Kick down the door and make a lot of noise, like my gardener, or one too many swigs of his wineskin. You know where they might do this ritual? They would need a lot of room and privacy for the ritual, so would simply find a large room with heavy doors and a lot of chanting. That should be the one. I'm going to find them, get out of here, and go warn Neverwinter. Well, alright, as long as I could come back later, you know. Save these books, I mean. Even have a copy of the Tome of Vile Get out of here and warn Neverwinter now. Alright, I'll leave at once. Whole ruckus is probably about nothing, as usual. Just like my kidnapping in Black Lake. Yeah, golem craft.
I think I can do that.
That's right, I don't suppose you left any for us. But to give up some of the fun, not likely. So I see. In any case, we still need to find Aldenon and the rest of the Arcane Brotherhood. Aldenon's safe and heading back to Neverwinter. Glad to hear it. Now we should... Going on, I feel weak. Aldenon claimed Black Garius was stemming a dark ritual. Looks like he was right. Black Garius here? Our chances against him are slim. I'm being optimistic. Don't need to stop him. Right, of course, lead the way.
Yes.
Party on, guys. We may not pass Alec Rivers. Our king forbids it. And Garius would be reborn this night. Reborn? What are you talking about? Reborn in darkness and freed from his mortal shell, Garius will join the King of Shadows, become one with the eternal dark, ever living, ever serving. I'm undead, you mean? Undead? What is that but a word? To join with the king is not to become some shambling corpse. Put aside such words, and see the truth for what it is. Light is illusion, shadow is truth, our king is truth. Garius will join with him, become an extension of his will. Is that not a reward? Is that not paradise? If it's paradise, you were deranged. Work, brothers and sisters, help us in the name of your king.
Yes.
Everyone pick a Shadow Priest partner to dance with. Melanie all the way back there, what a dumbass. I think a fire song would be fun, doesn't it?
Enemies are near.
Looks like we have company.
Let's get him. Why the Archwizard's eyebrows?
Let's get them.
This doesn't look good. Looks like we finally have a decent fight on our hands. Put that thing down.
me.
I think I can do that.
By the shadows of Verderland.
Thou shalt taste my power.
A good journal, you say? Well, this is why Garius insists on keeping these shadow priests around. Feeling they're mocking us and somehow they are unfailing to plight their dealings with us. It is tremendously helpful in a ritual that worries me a great deal.
Does a pack mule remove this burden?
Hello, boys.
You four, ignore them. Keep concentrating. The rest of you, kill them.
Well, that didn't take long, did it?
Let's get
Coat of ammo.
All right.
Sure, I can do
Thou
that.
shalt taste my power.
The finger fucking to go. Dual wield, damn you, dual wield! Ah, it's all going hell.
Taste my power.
Hells. Was that all right?
What's she doing? Frightened. With some more tentacles. Would you like that?
focusing.
Gotta focus, people. Come on now.
What have you done to me?
Yes.
What in the hells was going on here? Standing around for? We beat Garius and his wizards. Come on, let's search the bodies. You see? Nishka knows me. Well done, we've earned our swords this day, I think. Would have been nice to crush Garius ourselves, but it's a little more satisfying for him to be undone by an own ritual. Power here is what I felt at the heart of the mirror, and almost as strong. We have stopped this ritual, but we should remain on our guard. Shadow still touches this place and these bodies. We need to report back to Neverwinter immediately until we're not sure what has happened here. I'll search for anything important that Brother has left behind first. Get fast, bring me when you're ready to go.
Yes.
Let's get out of here. I'm gonna get some men down here to haul this flusk and fill out of the keep. Did we bury them, sir? Don't bother, just pile them up and burn them. See if we can't get that glowing door upstairs open as well. Don't want to leave any surprises for the next tenant.
Forgive me, Master Aldenon. I'm afraid I do not understand.
Very well. Let us set aside the broader metaphor of the stone and narrow our attention to the fact that it has been cleft in two, which, while not a fact, is a smaller metaphor than the first. You see, at first glance, the two halves both appear as separate stones, but they were both once one stone, yet not. Do you follow?
Ah, welcome. I was just speaking with Master Aldenon concerning one of the prisoners you recovered from Garius. A woman, but not of Neverwinter or Luskan, or even perhaps this plane of existence. The prisoner has asked for you, personally. I was hoping you might be able to help us out concerning her identity, or her intentions. Aldenon has a theory, but I'm afraid...
If you both would simply listen! The comparison to a rock, a big rock, is a simple one, almost perfect. This prisoner you have, it seems that she is of the same stone as the Githyanki, but yet she is not. You see, both were once one people. At one time, even though time is a very difficult thing to measure depending on the plane. And that's not counting time in the astral plane or on...
Forgive me, Aldenon. Is this prisoner a threat or not?
Oh, I don't know that. I do know that the Gitzerai and the Githyanki have been in a state of war for millennia. It is common knowledge.
Of course, an oversight on my part.
So, I should think if your young lieutenant here, well met again, by the way, you seem to be everywhere, is hunted by the Githyanki, then the Gitzerai and this Gitzerai prisoner would be allies by default. But I could be mistaken. I suppose we could see if she tries to kill any of us, but that test has numerous procedural flaws in its execution, if you will pardon the semantics. She seemed reasonable enough when we spoke together in Crossroads Keep, but there was a foot of stone between us, which is notoriously hard for a blade to cut through to kill someone on the other side. And speaking of Crossroads Keep, I am rather anxious to return there, so if you would both excuse me, I will set out there at once to see if we can dig anything out of the library there. Good day, and I hope the prisoner doesn't attempt to kill you. She didn't seem the type, but you know how assassins are.
Despite the advice of Master Aldenon, I think it would be best if you simply spoke to the prisoner and let this matter sort itself out, without further speculation.
I felt your presence before my eyes fell upon you, Kalakcha. Step forward. Let me look upon you.
Did you ask for me by name?
Your name. Your name is not how I know you. Know this name our enemies have draped upon you. This Kalakcha. Its sound travels far, even reaching the ears of my people. At first, my people thought our enemies had erred, that they did not know that of which they speak. But here, now, as you stand in my presence, I see the truth. I did not think it possible, but the key by which you may know yourself lies within you. I know much of the problems that beset your people and mine. The reason behind these attacks upon your heart and home. You will have no greater ally in this than I. In exchange for my aid, it is my will I be freed, so that I might travel with you and aid you against these enemies.
Why you travel with me?
This cell is abhorrent to me. It is a shackle of stone encasing me. It causes memories of the ways of the Illithids to surface in my mind. I have borne this indignity because I knew that it would bring you to me, and a greater truth will be known.
Well, since what you know, you only asked to travel with me.
I heard you were here. You fought bravely, and we took them almost completely by surprise. You are to be commended, both for your efforts and the lives spared this day. Had you not been there, we would have many less brave men standing with us today, along with what may be the key to taking this battle to our enemies.
In freeing me, know you have gained more than you ever would have torn from the lips and thoughts of our enemies.
Then speak. Aldenon does not think you are allied with these enemies, these Githyanki, and his word carries weight with me, fortunately for you.
Then know the trade between us is this. Release me from this prison. Let my path become that of the Kalakcha. In return, I will grant you the knowing of this threat, and all the darkness its shadow casts.
We promise an honest hearing, and if your tale rings true, we will grant your freedom.
Then listen to me, and know this threat for what it is. But we cannot do it here, in this prison, where my words echo and the shadows fall thick around us.
And why should we allow your freedom until we hear what you have to say?
Because if you deny me that, then anything I can do to aid you will prove useless. I seek to know this plane, this world that I am to help you save, and to speak honestly to it, so that it might hear what strikes at its heart. And that means that I must see your lands, what you would spill blood for, and what you have spilled blood for.
Then I know of just the place where you can see what we fight for. Make your way back to Crossroads Keep as soon as you are able. I shall meet you there. It's seen better days, and will again. This keep was destroyed during the war with the King of Shadows. It was a dark time for Neverwinter, but we persevered, as you have this day.
Crossroads Keep is being rebuilt.
I have brought you back here under orders, for Lord Nasher has a new task for you, and perhaps our guest can see what it is you'll be fighting for in the coming days. These people you see around you, they are now yours to command as you see fit. You are their captain in Neverwinter's service. Make this keep ready for war. Gather troops to your banner and be prepared to strike when this enemy reveals itself. To help you manage the keep, Lord Nasher has assigned you an officer, Kana, and Master Vidal has been contracted to help you rebuild the keep and the surrounding area. You are the master of this keep now. You have earned it through service and blood, and you have earned my trust, and that of Lord Nasher. This is your land. Defend it, for the sake of your people and the sake of Neverwinter.
Look, even now shadows fall upon this plain, yet still its beauty persists. It is not surprising to me that our enemies wish to mar this place with their blades and their war.
Need to know what you know about this threat.
Know this. The first glimpses of this conflict you have seen are not the first. They are but glimpses of things that travel well into the past and the present. It is all part of a greater war. A war almost as great as the one that split my people on the Sword of Gith long ago. And the tragedy is tied to such a blade. These shadows you see, there is a lord who dwells in darkness with them, and he has fought on this plane before against those who have embraced Gith's hatred, the Githyanki. This lord and the Githyanki, it is difficult to know the true hatred between them. He attacked them long ago, attempted to cast his shadows upon their fortresses in the plains beyond. The fighting was terrible, fierce, and it was only through the deaths of thousands of Githyanki that this King of Shadows was driven back. But no matter how many countless thousands of their people they lost, they were only capable of severing the portal through which he could attack them. And so, the Githyanki were denied a victory and forestalled their war for a time. But know that the Githyanki do not forget their enemies. And though the King of Shadows had been driven back, still they sought a way to reach him, to kill him. And as terrible as knowing the followers of Gith hunt for you, even more dangerous is this lord, this King of Shadows.
There's this King of Shadows. How do we stop him?
Know that I will aid you if I can, but it may already be too late. The King of Shadows was not always tied to darkness, and that is part of the tragedy. His will was once devoted to an ancient empire, to the protection of its people. He was once the light of Ilfarn, empowered with the strength to protect them from their enemies, and he was bound to the natural magics of the plane, the weave. But as much as a ritual created the guardian that was to be Shadow, there is a ritual that will unmake him. It is a ritual of purification, designed to allow him peace when his days of sacrifice are done and the Empire needs him no longer. If the ritual does exist, it lies within the ruined Ilfarn city of Arvan. It is there you must go to purify yourself and gain the strength for the battle ahead. I have marked the location upon your map.
Choice.
Know that this path is a dangerous one. Even the people of Ilfarn, as powerful as they were unable to defeat the King of Shadows. But know that this ritual of purification and the blade of our enemies are the only chance of success in this.
Let's let him rot there.
He can already make his presence felt beyond his chains. The advantage is his. If you cannot strike at an enemy, know your battle is already lost. You doubt me, and that is because you do not know me. You need allies, Kalakcha, not more enemies and doubt to divide you. For in dividing the mind, you divide the battlefield and you cut your strength in half. I am a Zerth, and I swear upon the circle of Zerthamon that what I speak to you I know to be true. And know that your life is as precious to me as it is for the followers of Gith to end it. And this king,
I'm special.
know that he threatens us all. This title of Kalakcha, do you know it? You wear that title because the name knows you, even if you do not know it yourself. But let me speak my thought plainly, without circles of meaning. They call you the Shard-Bearer, this Kalakcha, because you carry a piece of Gith's blade within you, near the heart, and you have always borne it close to you. It was once said that Gith's blade, once drawn, would never find a scabbard again. And now it is sheathed within you. It sings, and they can hear it as I hear it, whispering all the hate of Gith and the war she sought to bring to the plains. A war that would have ended us all if Zerthamon had not met her blade with his at the pronouncement of two skies.
must I do?
Know that you are the only one who can reforge Gith's blade and use it once more in a battle. A battle that will free your lands and people from an evil even greater than the evil the Illithid sought to bring upon my people. There is no other. And if the title of Kalak-Cha displeases you, then know that you must make another title, and perhaps your name shall be the battle cry by which this ancient enemy, this King of Shadows, will be defeated.
Who's come with me?
I make this pronouncement to you, greater than the bond of two deaths as one, with a strength that echoes the pronouncement of two skies. I make the pronouncement of three in darkness, two in light. As the two of us shall meet this king in his fortress, it shall become a battle of three. And when it is over, the two of us shall walk in the light, and you will taste true freedom, just as Gith and Zerthamon did when they broke the will of the Illithid at Sagrasa's end. It is my life I am giving you, Kalak-Cha, and I ask that you let me share your path with you.
Hello, Zave, and welcome your help.
Then we shall speak no more of it, now that my vow is spoken. Now we must travel to the ruins of the culture of Ilfarn, and there undergo the rituals you will need to arm your spirit against the King of Shadows.
Idiot, you dirty. You know how to reach them.
I have marked the location of the city on your map. There we shall find what we seek and complete the ritual of purification.
Officer Kana, reporting for duty, Captain. Lord Nasher has given you a great honor. But rebuilding these grounds will be a considerable undertaking.
And one I look forward to. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Captain. I am Master Vidal. I won't lie to you. This keep is in a sad state of repair. We will need all the resources you can bring to bear to fix her up. With the help of my crew, we can turn this place into a true masterpiece of engineering.
Master Vidal is excellent at his craft and capable of what he claims, if somewhat eccentric.
I went ahead and inspected the grounds. There is much work that needs to be done. The courtyard itself is in a shambles, but that can be fixed quickly. Strong backs and long hours and you'll see the shape of the keep. And, well, what's underneath won't be pretty, but before long we'll have the keep cleared out for you. We're embarking on a true adventure. Men, set the camp over there. I'll draw up plans for the work.
There are preparations I must make. Come speak to me within the keep when you would like an update, Captain.
I love this part. I remember...
It is an honor to serve, Captain. You have been rewarded greatly with this stronghold. Long have I waited for my blade to be in the service of someone worthy. My waiting is over.
What do we know?
There is much yet that needs to be done. Rebuilding the keep itself, Master Vidal can handle. But training the Grey Cloaks to defend its battlements is very important. Training a few men can be done quickly with the right teachers. But Cernaval has promised 100 men for you shortly. And if the keep grows, so will your retinue and your command. So, we must start with the basics and turn these farmers and shepherds into fighting men.
I know it needs to be done.
There are a few families of farmers that will want protection from the local keep, as they had in years past. This section of the high road has also been plagued with bandits since Crossroads Keep fell to the King of Shadows long ago. We have been given the right to tie the merchant trains that come through, but until the road is made safe, any tithe collectors will find the road empty. Merchants prefer safer, longer roads, especially if they make more profit. But all of this relies on training your Grey Cloaks into capable soldiers.
Anything else?
I will carry out your orders when you are away. Once the men are trained, there are more things they can do. As our numbers swell here, I could use more able sergeants to oversee the men. I can train and assign tasks to sergeants if you find some for me. The decisions you make here may have a large impact on the cloaks and the people on your land. After some time, I'm certain Lord Nasher will have direct orders for your men. But until then, they are yours to command. There's a matter that requires your attention, Captain. There's a group of people here to see you.
It is a pleasure to meet you. You've made a bit of a name for yourself, and me and my band were hoping to impose upon you. You see, we want to follow in your footsteps and become adventurers. So we've pooled our resources to equip ourselves. And now all we need is a mission that will get us gold and riches.
Now, it's not just about that, David. It's also about making the realms a safer place. Too much mischief afoot these days, if you ask me.
Right you are, Brother Maxwell. So, do you have any work for us?
I tried to turn them away.
And the adventurers comes with Kana.
Near Port Last, we've heard rumors that the Luskins are plotting something. If I had any spare men, I'd send them to investigate.
You hear that? Now that's an adventure. Let's take the high road then.
It's just a rumor. It could be nothing. Wait!
Make sure you have enough rations for the journey, and don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this.
I fear we've set those poor fools on a dangerous course.
I remember them. They have plot armor. Alright guys, well we've finally got our keep. Yeah, we did some work on the fences and the roads and get the merchant up and running. Yeah, we're making great progress here. We killed Black Garius best of all. Good riddance, eh? Yeah, once again I will thank you for watching and have an awesome time wherever you are. Bye bye for now.